Can you save the day? Can you save the day? That's the name of the story I'd like to read to you by Shannon Stocker and provided for us by Big Timber Media, who gives us permission to read it and record it, for which we're very grateful. Can you save the day? The letter A sat by a frog and chatted with a duck and dog until the letter B swept by, a wicked twinkle in his eye. There are 5 vowels in your group, but 21 in our grand troop. I'm a more important letter. Consonants are so much better. A knew it only took one hand to count the members of her band, but consonants need all the toes and all the fingers plus a nose. The letter B stuck out his tongue and bragged, "Our group is number 1." Offended A said, "You'll regret when all the vowels are gone, I bet." Then poof, like that, A disappeared. That's when things got a little weird. Instead of bark, the dog said "Burk." The duck couldn't quack, she could only quack. And the frog, poor thing, he couldn't croak, he could only croak, that woeful bloke. The horse laughed, "Nay, who needs the A?" and turned his back to eat some hay. But then E said, "I'm going too. You're being rude, I don't like you." So E took off. Things went awry, and all the horse could say was, "I." The bird sang twit instead of tweet, and the sheep just blit instead of bleat. Now mean old B just whooped and roared as C through Z laughed in accord. Insulted young I spun her dot and soared off like an astronaut. Turning back, she waved goodbye, and the horse just hung his head to cry. Nick was all that he could utter. Unk was all the pig could mutter. The cow cracked up beside the bunny. They thought it was all too funny, so they sat and watched the fun as A, E, I left, one by one. But wouldn't you know, the next to go would be the cow's lone vowel, O. Was all that she could say when O decided not to stay. The pigeons, too, they couldn't coo, just was all that they could do. And the rooster, I bet you can guess, cock diddle, he said, distressed. The consonants were so absorbed in laughing that they all ignored a tractor speeding toward their crowd. Fast asleep ahead it plowed. Only U and B observed the tractor as it swung and swerved. It snoozed and snored away, gaining speed, to B's dismay. "Stop!" B tried to shout in fear, but stop was all the world could hear. And when he tried to scream, "Watch out! Watch out!" was all that he could spout. Determined, B jumped to his feet and vaulted to the tractor's seat. This was a test B couldn't flunk. B pushed the horn. The horn went honk. So no one heard, no one cared. B turned to U, a plea prepared, but vowelless, words wouldn't flow, so B's unease began to grow. Calmly, U held up her hand. She could make B understand that yes, indeed, their group was small, but with no vowels, words will stall. So up that U jumped strong and high, reaching straight up toward the sky. She bent her arms above her head and turned into an O instead. And when she did, that horn could sound. Honk! The warning shook the ground. The tractor woke with the alert and stopped in time. No one was hurt. U turned toward the consonants, nodded with some confidence, and off she marched to make things right, to help the letters reunite. Once A, E, I, O, U came back, the dog could bark, the duck could quack, the frog could croak, the birds could tweet, the horse could neigh, the sheep could bleat, pig could oink, cow could moo, the tractor honk, the pigeons coo. And what about the rooster? Yeah, he too could cock-a-doodle-doodle-doo. Sheepishly the letters shrugged, the consonants and vowels hugged. B said, "Sorry, now we see the alphabet's a family." And then a steady voice said, "Wait, I have one thing that I must state. At times I feel left out," said Y, "but you need me to say goodbye." And that is the end. And what do the vowels and the consonants want us to know? I hope you enjoyed the story.